beautiful.
Greetings. Welcome to the Happy to Be Nappy show. Everything that comes from the crown chakras. We have a wonderful host that just came, a wonderful guest that just came back, because I am a wonderful host too. But she just came back from Trinidad and Tobago with her beautiful daughters. You remember her from the African Ancestral in Key West when she came from Houston, Texas to visit. I'm having her on the show because she broke down the African Ancestral burial grounds in Key West, Florida. I'm here to get her view on Roots, the movie Roots with, what's his name, T.I. playing a runaway slave. He already running away. Remember he had that ankle bracelet and he was running away. I want to say before I even interview her that anybody that's watching, going to pay their money or even watch on television programming that programs you to watch a slave movie on something that's so horrific and torture and brutal to our women and children in these movies. Why, sister, do you think that they keep pushing the slave, 12 years of a slave, all these? Why do we want to see Roots again?
Yeah,
I was 16 when Roots came out, and I'm 54 years young. And I remember how Negroes were acting ignorant. First of all, I'm a Moor. Our ancestors was here. This is my land. Okay? We were kidnapped here. They didn't bring me on those slave ships. Let's get that straight. Y'all need to know that. Stop going on with, oh, are you going to see Roots? Hell no. So, sister, can you tell them how you feel about Roots?
I was in shock. I've been gone. I was in Trinidad and Tobago for a month, so I didn't even know that the show was
whole
still,
right, yeah.
Until just a few days before coming. I was like, they're about to show Roots again. Don't we have a lot of stories to tell? We have a lot of stories.
Great warriors, great women, great things.
And we keep telling the remix.
But no, it's not we. I'm going to tell you for the record.
I was going to say, not we.
It's the Jews. It's jewelry.
I'm sorry.
And they're promoting the story. And I want you to know Alex Haley was a big-time liar. Okay, that Root story is all fabricated. And that's what they keep giving us because we don't do our what, sister? Our research. Okay? You don't pick up a book and read. All you care is about celebrities and entertainers and sports. But I got a secret for you. I got a surprise. They're setting you up with the lies. They don't care anything about you, these entertainers. They're bringing the lies. They're bringing the propaganda. And you're falling for it because you don't do your research. And you're too entertainment-fied. Okay, there's plenty stars in the galaxy. We all stars in the galaxy. Not all shine. So stop having your children and yourself being so fan. You're a fan of this one and that one. Pick up a book and read it and love thyself. Okay, because I don't care about nobody in Hollyweird. I don't care about no hip-hop artists because they're just brainwashing our children with demonic what they call it, casting spells. The children, the meenagers, we got the whole new meenager syndrome because our children are so mean and disrespectful. And if a teacher asks me, oh, do you curse at your child? Are you kidding me? Hip-hop is every curse word is bitch, hoe, motherfucker, every nasty word that you can think of. There's nothing good about it.
Actually, that's not hip-hop. That's rap.
Right, but no, that's hip-hop.
No, that's rap. And they have hijacked.
No, but they've called it now. It's called today hip-hop.
But it's not hip-hop.
But we know that. Corporate America took over and they coined it and they phrased it hip-hop. But it's like a bunny.
They kidnapped it.
Hip-hop. The only thing I know hip-hop is a goddamn bunny. Remember we was kids? Hippity, hippity, hippity,
well, that's the evolution of what we did as music. The jazz era was bebop. We went from bebop to hip-hop.
Soon it'll be trip trop.
Okay.
Flip flop.
It was trip. They had trip hop as well. With tricky, but yes, unfortunately, this country was built
on lies
and built on.
Could you tell them about your daughter
and built on
with the library?
Yeah, my 5-year-old stated while we were in Trinidad, she was like, "Mommy,
where did you go in Trinidad?" You went to what?
We were
in the library.
We were in the library.
Yep, they were in the library. Listen to the story, guys.
So anyway, my this is even before we got to the library. We were in the mountains at my sister-in-law's house.
And this is in Trinidad, guys.
Trinidad, yeah. And she goes, "Mommy, do you think that they call the library because it's full of it has lies?" Because, I had been telling her about
how they bury lies in the library. That's why it's a library and not a truth berry.
And about,
okay. And have you ever thought about that?
His story.
And
not telling our story.
Right, but his jewelry story is his story. It's
her story.
He lies, all the lies, and buries them in a place that you read books. That's nothing but lies. Okay?
Unfortunately.
So what would you say to a person? This is what I would say to anybody. I don't care if you don't like it. The truth. We're in the age of Aquarius, the age of truth and enlightenment. We are going to be in Aquarius for 2,162 years. We came into Aquarius. We left Pisces in 2012. We were in Pisces for 2,166 years. That's an age. Mm-hmm. But you wouldn't know that because you don't read and you don't study astrology or anything that's dealing with the sciences. Our people as Moors, that's what we deal with, the science. Just in case you do not know, learn today that the Bible is a science book. That's all it is. So we're in the age of Aquarius, the age of truth and enlightenment. And the truth is they're making these slave movies to program you to think about yourself as slaves. Nick Cannon came out, now he's all ill because he said, what is up with all these slave movies? Why every time we get so many slave movies? And guess what? 12 Years of a Slave is by, what's his name? Queen, somebody McQueen.
Well, he wrote his own book, actually. The brother who wrote it.
Right, but he's on the Femalina side, as all Hollywood is, femmes and femalinas. Okay, so they the only
his name
one.
is Steve McQueen.
Right, Steve McQueen, because he is a queen on the scene, how you mean. They are telling stories that are not accurate, okay? Why would you let your children watch anything about slavery? Do we have any more Holocaust movies out lately?
Okay. Yeah, they keep it coming, honey. Trust me.
Right, but there's none now. They don't want and how many years? Okay, Roots I was 16. Do the math. I'm 54.
They keep coming up with different versions of it.
Right, so
different
stop
versions of their so you had your Schindler's List.
Right, but right now we're in 2016. I don't care about the Holocaust because I know the Holocaust is a lie. It's a big lie. They claim there were 3 million Jews that were prosecuted, but they're getting a check for 600 million. You do the math. How do 3 million turn into 600 million? Right? 600 million, 6 million, whatever the numbers. As Abraham Finkelstein, go to him, McDonald Blood Sacrifice, and the interview. He's my homeboy because he keeps it real and he keeps it moving. I like a person that's honest. Abraham Finkelstein is honest. He says we've been doing a great brainwash system on you for the last 100 years. We own your children from the cradle to the grave. Anything they put in the media, you believe it. They tell you believe it. They own the media. So if they own the media, they own Roots. They're putting these stories to keep you in a slave mentality. And you are in a slave mentality. You're twerking. You got your pants hanging. You're doing all kind of twerking, backwards.
What's deep about that is that it's actually African dance.
Right.
That is a dance that children
giving energy to the universe.
Yeah. And not only that, but teaching the girls from a little girl, they're doing this dance with their mothers, with their grandmothers.
Right.
And learning about their sexuality in context of spirituality and the oneness of who we are, to be celebrated, not from a perverted space.
Absolutely.
But from a space of God and
the Most High remember, for ye are gods. So why are you forgetting? Mm-hmm. It says it 9 times in the Bible for all you Bible scholars, and each time that I address this, I'll give up one. Psalms 86 verse 10. Remember, for ye are gods. You go find the other 8. Because I don't do the church. Mm-hmm. I'm not a Roman. Okay? The Christianity came from the Romans. Yep. It came from Europe.
Yep.
Okay? And when it comes to religion, let's just be honest. Between the Muslims and the Christians, they're the ones on the planet Earth that keep the most violence and destruction in the name of what? Religion. Okay? Which is going to be a thing of the past now because we left Pisces, the age of superstar Jesus Christ. So don't get mad when Obama and all these other presidents start shuffling in. Religion is gone. That's a thing of the past. That's why they're promoting the gay agenda. How do you feel about transgender, a male in the bathroom with you and he has a penis and he's sitting down like he's a woman. And your children, well, you homeschool, so you don't have to deal with that in the schools. I mean, nobody got to vote on it and went straight to a law. It's outrageous. Okay?
I've gone to bathrooms before with, men and women. I have an issue. I really don't have an issue with unisex bathrooms.
Right. I feel you.
I don't know. I just feel when it comes to children, that's a bit different.
Yes, they're innocent. They're pure.
So,
spiritual beings.
However, I mean, I don't know. It's just like, in our household, for instance, when you have a bathroom in our household, and men and women use that bathroom. The difference is, though, we're not in that bathroom together.
Right, and some perversion can come along.
Right, absolutely.
That's the thing that most people are concerned about.
I think that more importantly, I just can't. I just think that we have to think about energetically how this country was made, and it was made off of the
oppression of indigenous native people, because we're the Native Americans. Absolutely. We are the Native Americans. We were the people here they found, kidnapped, do your history. Okay, put us in bondage here.
More importantly, though, they did it through the sexual abuse.
Yes, and that's what Roots is about.
It's rooted in. I mean, that's what this country is built off. It's built off of our ancestors' bodies being groped, genitalia grabbed and pulled, and look at this prime breeding,
raping you in front of your children, your husband,
making our ancestors have sex with each other solely to produce more product, and so that and without any spiritual soul ties between those two people, they had no connection to each other other than being forced to have sex solely for product.
And see, that's what Roots is about. Roots is a product. They're selling you a product. They're subliminally sending you a message. You will always think you're a slave. My children know they don't come from slave ancestry.
And see, but look at how this ties back into what you were talking about around the consumerism, right? Mm-hmm. See, at the end of the day, this book that I was telling you about, The Millionaire Next Door,
right?
And it was just breaking it down about how the whole concept of the American mindset and consumerism is driven by social status, right?
Right.
And as people of indigenous descent who have not learned about themselves,
absolutely,
they're spiritually disconnected and looking for stuff and things to suffice to help bring this sense of humanity, because they've been told that they are descendants of 3/5 of a human being.
Say it again, Ashe. Say it again, sister. This is why I love her on my show, because she keeps it real and she keeps it moving. She don't sugarcoat anything. She's from New York like me. We grew up in culture. Okay, we're here in Miami. There's a lot of ignorant Negroes. So many. Okay, so many. It's annoying. They want to wear Kangos and dress up in garb and stuff, and
when you know who you are, you don't
need to have to wear props and costumes.
And so this book just talks about how real millionaires, they don't live in high status communities where they pay exorbitant amounts of money for a mortgage. They live in middle income communities. They do not wear extravagant clothes,
right? Like our ignorant people do.
They do not wear extravagant jewelry. They do not buy or eat the kind of food. Only people who want to put on airs like they are that feel the need to do that. People who are that, be that, and don't need these things to
look the part, right? Yes.
So they had this saying in there called big hat, no cattle.
Okay.
So, which is the mindset of a lot of men in Texas. They want to put on these
Big hats,
big
yes.
hats, but they don't have
Right.
no cattle.
Right, no cattle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know some down here the same way, wearing hats but no cattle.
Yeah, yeah. While you riding those rims, while you're living in the projects,
Right.
paying $500 for rims.
Okay, or you living in a room,
spinning, and it's like
and you
something
think you
took,
got a little
stole from
fancy
Ben
car.
Hur. I'm like, these new rims are just really ridiculous. I'm like, did they take this from Ben Hur?
It's called slave merchants. If you're spending your money on fancy cars and fancy clothes, you're a slave. So go out and watch Roots.
Really?
Okay? When you're consuming, living on eBay, steady buying simple things, you don't take care of your children, you're in debt and child support, okay? You're on all kind of different situations with the government.
When you're living in an apartment complex.
Okay.
Or
a room.
And driving something that depreciates soon as
it's
you
value,
drive it
right, off the lot.
If it's on your ass, it's not an asset.
That's right. Because land is the birthright. Okay. All right? Ashe. So we're going to end, because, we know we're not slaves, but if you want to, and don't leave any ignorant comment about Roots and tell me this or that, because like our master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York said, we're dealing with facts. Do your research. Facts. We're coming with straight facts. Absolutely. We're in the age of Aquarius, 2,162 years. The truth is going to come like a mother. Okay?
And the truth is that all we have.
That's right. And it's going to set you free. But you guys want to be slaves. You don't want to be free. Our computer brains that me and the sister have is free. We're not chipped it. We're not cloned. We're not reptilians. We are goddesses. So we're going to leave you on that note.
Actually, it wasn't free. It was paid in blood. Because our ancestors, it was a lot of bloodshed.
Oh, yes.
And my motto is, I ain't sex master and I ain't pick cotton.
That's right.
So I can do this.
And so to T.I., you keep talking about you didn't want to play that role. Negro, you're in the movie. Okay? You're a slave.
What?
You're
Negro,
playing.
Your wife's a slave. She put some chemicals in her eyes to make it permanently blue.
Okay?
Or whatever.
Love thyself. Again, it starts with the hair, your skin, your melanin.
But what is the chemical, yo? What is that? She put... Help us, Lord.
Right. Massa.
Help us.
Massa, you sick? No, Massa, we sick, as my Uncle Malcolm X would say. Massa, we sick? I don't got time to watch no movie. What's that other movie with Jamie Foxx and Kerry, what's her name, Washington? That other one, Django. That was so degrading. I hated that movie. Another one. And, Samuel Jackson. He was the worst. He played his role.
Samuel L. Jackson is in tar freaking sand.
Oh, my God, no.
Yes, he is.
Or should I say goddess? No.
Yes. He's in Tarzan. And I'm like...
Is he swinging from a monkey from the tree?
No, but the reality is that anybody who does Tarzan... Like, first of all, it's 2016 and...
You doing Tarzan?
Tarzan, knowing
like,
what it historically...
But this is what I come back to say to you, sisters. The entertainers are selling us out. And our children... Stop teaching your children to look up to them. Look up to a scientist. A mathematician. An agriculture, your grandmother, your mother, a herbalist like myself, okay, a holistic practitioner, someone that is has an agriculture,
an artivist,
right, an astronomer.
If your so-called art is not being used for activism, then you're not an artist. You're an entertainer.
Right.
So let's go
and you stop selling us out. And keep on doing your slave movies, because we know how you get in the movie. You got to sleep with the director. So I hope it was good, T.I. I hope that director did it nice and good for you to get that runaway slave part. And all you Negroes and niggas out there that go see Roots, you get what you deserve, or watch it on television, which it says at the bottom, television programming. So keep programming yourself to be a slave. We are goddesses, and we are the mother of civilizations. We are everything. We gave birth to the whole human race. And we stepping up the place, and we're going to give it to you right up in your face. So we're going to say peace and natural hair grease, much love and light. All right. And hit us up with your comments. Keep them positive. Because if you have any ignorant comment, we don't even reply. We just keep it moving and keep it grooving. Power to the people. As our ancestors said, we the people going to keep it right. We're going to keep it righteous, and we're going to come with you with truth, because we're going to be in the age of truth for 2,162 years. And if you don't believe me, as our master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York, who they kidnapped because of his facts and all his books, said, if you don't believe us, go research it. Do your research. Pick up a book and stop using your fingers to scroll on social media. Peace.
Ashe.
Ashe. It's going to be a holiday.